back, everybody. This is the thejonnymar, and I am continuing with Pokemon Blue, my complete Pokedex journey. So my last episode, we cleared out the last of the remaining routes we had previously skipped through. And so now we are ready to take on the fourth gym of Celadon City. So Celadon, as I've mentioned previously, is quite the large location. It is a massive city, and so there is a lot to explore in this city. However, we're going to be skipping most of the city for now. I'll look at most of that in my next episode. And in this particular episode, we are not going to be flying. That was an accident. But we are going to be heading to gym number 4. And that is because it has been a long time coming that we have been waiting to take on another gym leader. And so we have 35 out of 74 seen Pokemon of the 151 total in the game. So again, there's a lot to do in this town. Now, when I was a kid, I did not know that the advice giver that is in all of the gyms is actually in this particular building, which is the Rocket Game Corner. So he's sitting at this particular slot machine here, and you have to actually talk to him before you go to the gym and beat the gym leader. Because if you come and talk to him after you beat the gym leader, he really does not give an indication that he is that particular character. And so I didn't even know about him. I thought he just wasn't in that gym, because I would always go to the gym when I first got to Celadon. I would beat Erika, and then I would do the rest of the stuff in town. And again, his dialogue after you beat Erika is nondescript. It doesn't really let you know that he was the advice giver. But if you go to him before you take on Erika, then he will tell you that she uses grass type. So obviously there are a lot of different ways to fight grass Pokemon, depending on if they are pure grass or dual types. Now there are actually very few pure grasses in Generation 1. I think Tangela might be the only pure grass in this generation. But I could be wrong. So the rest of them, if they are grass, they have weaknesses to things such as fire, or flying, or bug, or psychic if they're a dual type with poison, or ground if they're a dual type with poison. And since many grass are dual types with poison, there is a lot of different weaknesses that you can exploit in this particular gym. Again, because very few grass have just the pure grass type. So this is one of the easier gyms to actually get through and actually take on the various Pokemon trainers in here, because there are a lot of options you have for you. Now again, as I mentioned in a previous episode, as a kid I was a little dumb and didn't know that the level limit for outsiders actually did not apply to Pokemon that you caught. So I thought the level 30 cap that you get from Misty's badge applied with all Pokemon in the game, even ones that you caught. And so I would always level all of my Pokemon up to exactly level 29 before coming into this gym. And then I would take on Erika with 3 particular Pokemon to exploit weaknesses, all at level 29. So they would all level up to 30 when they would beat her. Now obviously these days I know that that only applies to Pokemon you get in trades. So you can have a Pokemon at any level when you take on this gym. And I actually exploited that to a certain extent when I did my solo Squirtle challenge, which was my low Pokedex number challenge. And I beat every single trainer in the game with just Squirtle. And I actually did not do this gym until much later in the game. I skipped it and did later gyms, and then came back to this one with Squirtle at around, I think, level 45 or maybe even 50. Because obviously he is weak to grass attacks. Now here you are seeing the power of Wrap in Generation 1. So if your Pokemon gets caught in a Wrap cycle, especially if it's poison, it is in for a lot of pain. Because the enemy will continue to use Wrap, you will continue to take damage, and especially if you're slower than the Pokemon using Wrap, you will just keep taking damage over and over again until you die. So we have to make sure that we keep our Vulpix in as good a shape as possible, because I want to level it up basically to level 30 if possible on these gym trainers. So Gym 1, which was Brock's gym, had 1 trainer besides the leader. Gym 2 in Celadon, which was Misty's gym, had 2 trainers. Gym 3, Surge's gym, had 3 trainers. So of course Gym 4, which is Erika's gym, has 7 trainers. they decided to not only double it, but add a +1 over Gym 3. But hey, at least we don't have to do a silly floor puzzle that requires us to look in trash cans over and over again. So you're going to see a lot of, again, the dual types of grass and poison. You're going to see a lot of Bellsprouts and its evolution, as well as a lot of Oddish and its evolution. So be ready for that. Of the two, Oddish tends to be the one that's a little easier to take out, simply because fire types are really strong against grass type, and Oddish really only knows Absorb at this point, besides ailment effects. So yes, it's annoying that it uses things like paralysis or sleep or poison, but it's not a huge deal because it can't really do a lot of damage with its Absorb ability, which my Vulpix is going to resist. So I'm just going to heal off the effects and continue to battle. Now if things get really dire, of course I can switch over to another Pokemon like Diglett, but I'm going to try to avoid that to again get as much experience on my Vulpix as possible. We need to get Vulpix to level 35, because that is when it learns Flamethrower, and that is the last useful ability it can actually learn via level up, in my opinion. So then I will be using a Flame Stone on it, or a Fire Stone, to evolve it into Ninetales. So we do have evolutionary ideas in mind for both Vulpix and my Diglett. Diglett needs to learn Earthquake at 41, and then Vulpix needs to learn Flamethrower at 35. Yeah, you're really good against water. And also rock and ground, it's true. Diglett is very much a glass cannon in this gym. He can do a lot of damage to the poison dual types, but if he gets hit by any grass move, he is going to take a lot of damage. With his low special attack stat, and also the fact that he is weak to grass. Grass types are pretty nice. The biggest issue with them, in my opinion, is that they tend to be pretty slow. And a lot of the grass abilities are not very powerful, at least in Generation 1. There's a few that are okay, like Mega Drain and also Razor Leaf, but that's about it. And the ultimate grass ability, Solar Beam, requires 2 turns. So you can get hammered while you're charging up the ability, and that is Erika right there in between a bunch of trainers. And so it's very possible to get knocked out before you even can use the ability. It's not like Hyper Beam where you use it first and then have to recharge on turn 2. Hey, a Bulbasaur. That's nice. It's going to probably try to use Leech Seed on us. And it might also try to use Vine Whip, which is not going to do much damage. Obviously, because we are Fire type. And the Leech Seed in this generation is not very powerful. Now, the one exception to that is I believe there's actually a glitch in the game associated with Toxic and Leech Seed, where if you do both Toxic and Leech Seed, it's possible that you can get added effect to the Leech Seed ability on your Pokemon. At least that's what I've read. I've never actually tried that particular strategy. But we have burned through those 2 particular Pokemon, and we are halfway through all the trainers in this particular gym. So we're going to head back to the Poké Center, heal, and then I will continue onward. And no, I'm not the Peeping Tom. Alright, so we are all better. We have 3 more trainers to take on before the gym leader. They are going to bring things that we've seen pretty much previously. Although, the last 2 trainers here we're going to fight do have some unique Pokemon that we haven't seen previously. At least in this gym. So, we're not going to be skipping those battles. I'll actually show them off since they do have some unique Pokemon that are not just Bellsprouts and Oddish over and over again. I'm not going to underestimate girl power. Your gender or sex does not matter when it comes to being a trainer. Now, why do you have a whip? Why do so many trainer classes in this game have whips? But here we have a Weeping Bell. Pretty cool looking Pokemon. Now I know that's its mouth, I think, but I always saw that as a kid as like a wrapped around leaf on the bottom of it that it was sort of sitting on, kind of like a pogo stick. But I've seen other... Oh, come on. How did that not kill it? I've seen other shots of... Geez, and now she's using a Hyper Potion of the artwork, and I can see that it's more of like... It's a cylinder-style Pokemon. Or I guess it's a cone. And so that's the end of its mouth. And then, of course, Victory Bell flips itself over and grows legs, which we'll be seeing when we take on Erika, the final evolution of this particular line. Can we actually kill it now, please? Of course not. Let's take some more damage to Wrap. Let's give this Pokemon a chance to do a 5-hit Wrap and kill my Vulpix. What are the chances that's going to happen? Apparently not very high. But that is only the first Pokemon. We have 2 more to go, including Gloom. Interesting design for a Pokemon. I like it. It's got the drool coming out of its mouth, and then it's got the poison pollen coming off of it. Stun Spore is not a nice move. But if we can actually fight through it and not get paralyzed by it, then we will do okay. Paralysis is an interesting ability. Slows their Pokemon down, and then also can have a chance to prevent it from moving. And then Ivysaur, I'm not super concerned about it, again, since Vine Whip does not do a ton of damage. And especially if it's going to try to use Growl on me, since my attack is, of course, a special attack that I'm using. We're probably going to beat it in 2 turns, assuming we don't end up paralyzed. Let's see if this kills it. Oh yeah. Good deal. Cool Trainer goes down. Pretty cool sprite, though, on that particular trainer. Wait till next time. What, do we have refights in this game? I don't think that started till Gen 2. It's not like you have a Rattata that you want to call us and tell us about all the time and want to do refights with. But here's our last trainer before we take on the leader. And she has, again, a pretty unique Pokemon that we're not going to be seeing again for quite a while. Where we can actually catch it, that is. And that is not until the Safari Zone. This is an Execute. So it is a bunch of eggs glued together. And it becomes, of course, Executor. It has the Barrage ability. Now it is a Grass, also Psychic, dual type. So an interesting typing. But its special stat is pretty abysmal. So when I've tried to use it in the past as a Psychic type, it just does not cut the mustard. However, you cut mustard. But we have defeated the Beauty, which means we only have Erika to go. So we'll head back to the Pokemon Center, heal, and then we will take on the Gym Leader for our 4th badge. Yeah, you might want to be polite on a blind date. Alright, so let's take on the Gym Leader. This is Erika. She is a interesting type. She tends to doze off in the sun. I assume this is supposed to be a greenhouse. And she teaches flower arranging while also doing Pokemon battles. So she has 3 particular Pokemon that are all grass types, as you might expect. 2 of them are pretty powerful. 1 of them, not so much. She starts off with Victory Bell. Definitely much more intimidating looking than Weeping Bell. But we're going to use Diglett, and we're going to hope that this kills. Because if it doesn't, we're in for a lot of pain. Yay, it killed. Victory Bell is the most annoying for my Vulpix because it has lots of ailments. So the final two we should be able to take out with our Vulpix. So she'll start with Tangela, which of course is a bunch of vines, again stuck together with something inside. It's not Meta Knight, but it is something with just eyes. And we're gonna try to kill it quickly. Oh man, so close. At least she only used a super potion. And not a hyper potion like that one trainer. Constrict lowers speed, which is annoying, but shouldn't be a huge deal. At least it doesn't add other ailments to you. And then her ace Pokemon is Vileplume. So the ultimate evolution of the Gloom / Oddish line. So we're going to try confusing it. It's going to use Sleep Powder on us, which is annoying. Hey, we woke up right away. What a surprise. And its ultimate ability is Petal Dance. So that hits 2 to 3 times in a row, I believe, or maybe 3 to 4. And then after it goes through its cycle, it is going to confuse the Pokemon. But I'm going to confuse it right away, so that hopefully it'll start hitting itself like it did there. And then we're just going to use Ember over and over again. And we're going to get super lucky, apparently, and have it hit itself repeatedly. Kill it! Kill it! Dang. Alright, well it got burned, so that's nice. Kill yourself. Oh no, it used Mega Drain. That's actually not a very high power ability, but what it does is it actually gives health back to the Pokemon that uses it, equal to half of the damage it does. So it can be very useful, especially against things like water types, or ground, or rock types. But we have beat Erika, and the badge for Gym 4 is now ours. No, Diglett, you are not allowed to evolve yet. A little bit longer. But we get the Rainbow Badge, which allows all Pokemon up to level 50, including outsiders, to obey us. We can also use Strength outside of battle. That won't come into play for quite a while. And we also get TM21, which is Mega Drain. So the last thing we'll do for this episode is we'll head over to the Rocket Game Corner, and we'll talk to the Advice Giver and see his kind of nondescript dialogue that he gives you after you beat Erika. And then in my next episode, we will explore the rest of Celadon City. Erika notes she could not collect Pokemon that she finds to be unattractive. So, you know, not biased at all. So as always, viewers, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it, and the continued support. I'll see y'all in my next episode as we explore the rest of Celadon City. So long. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please press like and leave a comment below. Please also subscribe to my channel and press the notification bell. See you next time.